All right, hello and
Hello.
welcome to Life Extension Live. I'm your
right.
host, Dr. Mike, and this is?
I'm Dr. Crystal Gossard.
Great to have you on. As always, I'm going to thank everybody for joining us today. So we talked about my favorite Christmas cookies. See, these cookies here that you're going to look at are the best ones. You know why? They're the soft ones, right?
Oh.
They're the ones that, and they have the icing on them, which I love. But I like them. I don't like the crunchier cookies.
You know, I like crunch. I like everything a little bit crunchy.
Anyway, so those are my favorite. I didn't make those.
The Santa in the middle is so cute.
I didn't make those, but I don't bake. But if I had a choice, that's what I would eat, and I will eat some. So what can we do? So I know I'm going to eat some.
Okay.
I don't normally eat sugar. You know that. I'm actually a pretty low carb person. Mm-hmm. I try to keep my net carbs about 30 grams a day.
Oh.
That's pretty low.
Yes.
Yeah. Considering most people eat, what, 150, 200 net carbs, and probably more.
More than
300
that,
net
I'm
carbs
sure.
a day. Net carbs being the carbs that affect insulin and glucose levels. But so I know I don't normally eat, but I know I'm going to enjoy some.
All right, I'll give you my first tip.
Okay.
And this is what
Should I write this down?
No, I think you'll remember.
Okay.
It's something I talk about in every show.
I know what you're going to say. Can I guess?
Yes. Don't look.
Fiber!
Yes. Fiber.
She's the fiber queen.
Soluble fiber before you have those cookies. So I would say 5 up to 10 grams of fiber.
And that could be, you could do that in a drink form.
Yes. In a drink form.
And there's good ones out there now, right? That are easy to do.
Yes, and the soluble fiber kind of bulks up in your gut, and then it first, number one, makes you have a sensation of being full, so you'll eat less cookies. 2, it will slow.
Less cookies?
It will slow the absorption
I don't know if I like this one.
of that sugar into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
So instead of getting this rush into the bloodstream,
but is there, when you say soluble fiber, right?
Yes.
So, okay, maybe let's back up for a second.
Okay.
So I think it's always good to review this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
So we'll teach, the two broad categories are?
Soluble and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber is kind of like, that's like the bran. It's the outer covering of the plant, almost like
it's the hard stuff.
The hard stuff.
It's the bulky hard stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then your soluble fiber are the fibers that can kind of absorb water. They're bulking fibers. So pectin is an example of a soluble
like
fiber.
apple pectin.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so so when you ingest that, that's what they do. They absorb some of that excess sugar and fat, right?
Yes.
And they can send it out the other way.
Exactly.
And take it out. And you're right.
And then slow the absorption of the sugar into the bloodstream.
And it makes you feel full.
Yes.
So instead of 10 cookies,
you're a little disappointed.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're like, oh man.
Yeah. So
I'm full.
Now you usually also talk about if you're going to do what were you 10? You said 10 grams.
10 grams before something sweet.
How much water should you drink with that?
Oh.
That's a good question, right? Because isn't hydration needs to go along with it?
At least a cup.
Okay. A
or
cup.
more, but about a cup. Sometimes about a cup and a half.
Okay.
Depending on the type of fiber. If you're using a psyllium fiber, which is a form that I tend to use, it swells quickly.
Yeah, that one gets big. Like people feel it in their mouth or throats.
Oh yes, you have to drink it quickly or it can be a choking hazard. So really be careful, with the type of fiber that you choose. If you do choose a psyllium, make sure that you mix it, drink it down really fast, and then drink another cup of water after.
I know for me with sugar, and this is just my clinical opinion, that I'm more concerned about that post meal spike.
Yeah.
Normally when you eat, like if this is your blood sugar level like this, and you eat that cookie, what happens? And
then you crash down.
It crashes.
So if you start it here, you go up and you end up below.
So that's that post sugar, like you're tired, all that kind of stuff. So and I know, we know that if you're living a lifestyle where you're eating a lot of processed carbs, simple carbs, you're basically living in these spikes.
That's happening all day.
Yeah, and that's damaging insulin. That leads to diabetes and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But there's some evidence that even an occasional high spike can be very damaging to cells and tissue.
100%. And we're not talking about people who are dealing with like a clinical issue.
No.
This is the everyday person,
healthy person
after every meal.
They're not, not diabetic yet or whatever, but just having that sugary meal spiking, that one spike can cause problems.
Well, I'll tell you, one issue that people deal with is the liver. So our glucose or sugar is stored in the liver, and the liver releases that sugar during times of fasting. So between your meals, that's how you can still have, energy for your brain.
Right.
However, some people, even after a sugary or a high carb meal or after a meal, the food's making their sugar or their glucose spike,
And then the liver is helping.
liver is also pumping out glucose into the bloodstream.
So the spike's getting worse.
Yes, so clove is very helpful with that.
Clove extract. There's clove. That's also
Yes.
for when you're doing a little drinky too much, right?
Yes. So clove helps to metabolize alcohol and helps to kind of stop that liver from pumping out sugar.
Maki berry.
Maki is also
That's good for spikes too, right?
good for spikes. It works in a different way. That actually works in the stomach and slowing the release of the food from the stomach. So it helps you feel full longer and just kind of slows down.
Right. And
that
so
increase.
some fiber, hydrate with that fiber, a little maki berry, maybe some clove. That's really going to provide a lot of protection so that you can enjoy. But listen, we're not saying eat 20 cookies.
No.
Right, come on. You still have to moderate this.
100%.
But enjoy, come on, enjoy that
The
pumpkin
experience,
pie. Enjoy the
right?
experience. Be with your family. Other ones you might hear, let's see, we wrote down white kidney bean.
Yes.
That's good for slowing absorption.
Yeah, that actually targets amylase, an
Right.
enzyme that breaks down carbs.
Right,
So
so
it's kind of blocking some of those carbs.
Right, and we're talking about you're doing these in supplement form, right? There's supplements out there.
Something that you brought up, enzymes.
Oh yeah.
For people, like if you just feel like you
blow.
overdid it. It was so funny, Thanksgiving, Blake, we were at Blake's aunt and uncle's house, and he was asking, do you all have enzymes? We need some enzymes.
We need to introduce the audience to Blake one of these times.
I know, we should.
Yeah, it'd be funny. But
He wouldn't want to be on the camera.
for those of us that don't eat a lot of carbs, I mentioned I keep my net carbs down.
Yeah.
At Thanksgiving, I did enjoy some, right? I had, you have the mashed potatoes, you have the stuffing or dressing. I don't know which one of it. I think I had dressing, although it's the same thing.
I don't
It's just
really
not
know the
stuffed in the
difference,
bird.
right?
I don't know. Okay. So, but when it didn't take much for me to eat, and I just felt like I was like, yeah. What about just some good immune supplements? Like extra vitamin D?
And vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
C and D.
Yeah, I actually double up on vitamin D when I travel this time of the year, and I do a lot already. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, but I watch my blood level.
That's important.
I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the best things you can do. Vitamin D. I also like lactoferrin.
Ooh.
It's very good.
That's
from mother's
really
milk.
nice. You never hear about lactoferrin.
Yeah, lactoferrin is an immune protein that's found in colostrum, which is that initial milk production after a woman delivers.
And you can find some in whey protein as well.
Yeah. So lactoferin's really good. And what do you do? Anything am I missing anything? Oh, andrographis.
Paniculata.
I love saying it. Andrographis paniculata. It's the king of bitters.
Yes.
So it's a very basic thing to understand about the immune system and viruses.
Yeah.
Viruses hate bitter things. They do.
Wow.
So if something tastes bitter, did you know this, Hannah? If something tastes bitter, that's a good chance it's going to have a good immune effect. Yeah. So I tasted andrographis once.
You did?
Yeah. We're not going to say
What? Oh.
It came in a little. You know what product I'm talking about?
No.
Like a little blister pack.
No.
Oh, anyways. So it's a funky looking little tablet.
Okay.
I put it in. I just bit right down into it.
Ooh. Why?
It was worse
Why
than that
did you do
turmeric
that?
shot you made me do on the last
That
Facebook
was great.
Live.
You all have to go and watch that.
Yeah. I used to have this thing of just tasting everything I was doing.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'll open up the capsule and just taste.
Yeah, I love andrographis. One thing about that, you want to take it about 5 days before you are going to travel.
Yeah, build up those andrographolides.
Yes.
Yes. So anything else there? I think that's pretty good, right? Beta glucan.
Yeah. Oh, one thing we wanted to remind everyone, especially if you're traveling through time zones, melatonin.
Very important.
Don't forget to pack your melatonin.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, enjoy this season. I like your attitude of gratitude. It's easy to get wrapped up in the stress of things. I gotta buy these gifts. It's maybe instead of I gotta do this, how about I want to do this for my family?
Want to do it.
I'm happy that they're here.
Exactly.
Right, Hannah? What do you think? Is that pretty good? Hannah's never gonna say a word, is she?
And a smile and a kind word goes a long way.
Yeah.
It
is hard when you're with your family, because some of them don't deserve that kind word.
But you have to give it anyway.
Yeah.
Push through.
So hopefully some of this helps, right? De-stress. We gave you some lifestyle tips there. We love the lemon balm.
Yes.
That's a great way to do it with the theanine. Enjoy the cookies. Take it with some fiber,
Yeah.
That's going to help. At least do that. I think most of us can handle that. And then, of course, if you are traveling, boost your immune system up.
Yes.
All right. Oh, and move your legs.
Yes.
All right. This was fun.
I think so.
I think I'm gonna have a healthy holiday.
I'm going to incorporate some of my own tips.
Yeah, I mean, great tips today. I personally love zinc.
We forgot zinc. We forgot zinc.
But it's been shown to reduce both the severity and the duration of colds. So
that's
a good
great.
one.
All right, and Robson, was this good? You gonna take some of these tips?
Oh, for sure.
All right, Hannah.
Yes.
Say she said so. Hey, we want to thank everybody for watching today. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. You have them all.
You
I got it? Yeah,
Yes.
I did that. I'm Dr. Mike. This is
Dr. Crystal.
everybody have a healthy holiday season. Take care.